You open your phone for 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Then you see someone your age buying a house. Someone else getting promoted. Someone else looking calm, attractive, successful, loved, productive, and somehow always on vacation. And without deciding to do it, your brain asks a quiet question. Why am I not there yet? You were not trying to compare. You were not sitting there making a spreadsheet of your worth. You were just scrolling. But your brain was doing something older. It was measuring. People often talk about online comparison like it is a character flaw. You are jealous. You are insecure. You care too much. You should just stop comparing yourself to others. But comparison itself is not random. Your brain has always needed ways to answer one basic question. Where do I stand? Am I accepted here? Am I falling behind? Do I belong? Am I doing what people like me are supposed to be doing? Humans are social animals. For most of human history, your place inside a group mattered. Being included mattered. Being respected mattered. Being left out could be dangerous. So your brain learned to look sideways. Not just forward toward your own goals, sideways toward other people. That kind of comparison can be useful. It can teach you. It can motivate you. It can help you understand the rules when the rules are unclear. The problem is not that your brain compares. The problem is that the modern world gave it the strangest comparison environment humans have ever lived in. Online, you are not comparing yourself to a small group of real people. You are comparing yourself to thousands of highlight reels. And each one arrives without context. You see the promotion, not the burnout. The vacation, not the debt. The body, not the lighting, editing, stress, genetics, or 20 deleted photos. The relationship, not the argument that happened that morning. The successful launch, not the years of invisible failure. Your brain sees a clean signal. Success, beauty, confidence, money, love, status, freedom. But real life is not clean. Real life is messy, delayed, private, contradictory, and mostly not photogenic. So the comparison becomes unfair before you even notice you are making it. You compare your backstage to someone else's trailer, and then you wonder why your life feels unfinished. This is where social media changes the old shortcut. In real life, comparison usually comes with context. You see people across time. You see their awkward moments. You see their bad days. You see the ordinary parts around their success. Online, comparison is compressed into one image, one caption, one achievement, one number, one perfect moment. And your brain is asked to build a whole story from fragments. If someone looks confident, your brain may assume they feel confident. If someone looks successful, your brain may assume their life is working. If someone looks ahead, your brain may assume you are behind. But a feed is not a life. It is a selection system. That does not mean everyone online is lying. Most people are not fabricating everything. They are curating. And curation is not the same as reality. It is reality with most of the boring, painful, uncertain, ordinary pieces removed. That is why the feed can feel so convincing. It gives your brain social information, but removes the story that would help you understand it. You get the signal without the context. And when the context is missing, your brain often writes one. They are happier than me. They are more disciplined than me. They are more attractive than me. They figured it out. They are living correctly, and I am late. That feeling of being late is one of the strongest emotions the modern feed creates. Late to success, late to confidence, late to adulthood, late to becoming the person you thought you would be by now. But the internet is terrible at judging timelines. It shows every possible life path at once. Someone gets rich at 22. Someone starts over at 40. Someone gets married young. Someone changes careers later. The feed removes the starting lines. It only shows the finish line. So your brain makes a comparison with incomplete data, and then it treats the feeling as evidence. I feel behind, so I must be behind. I feel unsuccessful, so I must be failing. I feel unseen, so I must not matter. But feelings are not always measurements. Sometimes they are reactions to bad data. And online comparison gives your brain very bad data. Not because it is all fake, but because it is partial. Real enough to believe, incomplete enough to mislead. Then come the numbers. Likes, views, followers, comments. Human beings have always cared about social signals. But now those signals are counted, ranked, updated, and compared. Numbers make status feel objective, but they are not pure measurements of value. They measure timing, distribution, platform design, algorithmic luck, audience behavior, trend cycles, and yes, sometimes quality. But your brain does not always separate all of that. It sees the number and feels the ranking. Again, the brain is trying to read the group. The platform turns that group into a dashboard, and suddenly, belonging has analytics. This is the cruelest part. Constant comparison does not only make extraordinary things look normal, it makes normal things look defective. A normal body feels unfinished. A normal job feels behind. A normal weekend feels wasted. A normal apartment feels embarrassing. A normal, slow season feels like proof that you are losing. But nothing actually changed. Your room did not shrink. Your life did not become worse in 10 minutes. The measuring stick changed. And the measuring stick was designed by a feed that never has to live the life it makes you judge. So the next time a stranger's perfect moment makes your own life feel smaller, remember this: that feeling is not the whole truth. It is your brain trying to measure you with incomplete information. You are not broken because you compare, but you may be using a very old measurement tool on a very distorted map. If your brain has ever turned a harmless scroll into a personal crisis, subscribe. That is basically the whole channel.